Welcome guys to the first round of the LS Modern Standard Invitational Finals. Today we have my mother Jessica with us to commentate with me. In our first round we have Anthony Hodgson on green black, Midrange, and Shareef on red white aggro. And in a couple moments we will be good to start.
Morning guys, welcome to a great day of Magic. Let's see what Standard's shaping up for.
So it appears that we will have Shareef starting us. Nope. Okay. It will be. Yeah, it's been a little while since the dice was rolled, so a little bit of confusion there from the players. So here we have a promising start from each players. Anthony starting off with a Wild Growth Walker, which is one of the better cards against the aggressive decks, such as Shareef's. Shareef starting off with the Lava Core to exile the Wild Growth Walker, and then Anthony playing another one. So this so this is looking rather good for Anthony, as he has a 1/3 blocker. So all he needs to do is play one Explore creature to get the Wild Growth Walker up to 2/4 or even a 3/5 to be able to block the Vanguard. But he has missed on double green mana, so he's missed on his fourth land and his double green, and he's stranded with a J-Lyrange in his hand. So I think we're gonna see Anthony just take the 3 here, as he does. And we're gonna see a Viashino Pyromancer shooting Anthony for 2 again.
And it looks like Shareef stalled out on 2 lands at the moment, so maybe...
I'm surprised from Anthony not casting the cast down on the Pyromancer, but I think we're going to see the J-Light Ranger, and he's going to gain a bunch of life and get a bunch of life from the Walker.
Always a good thing.
Oh, 2 lands. Okay, so he's just played Muldrifter for 3 mana. And he's going to be gaining 4 life, I believe. Okay, and then Shareef plays the Resplendent Angel. Okay, so Anthony is actually on 19 life from the life he's gained off the Wild Growth Walker. So Anthony seemed to have played a couple of good blockers, and now he has 4 mana, obviously representing that of Vraska's Contempt. So I believe we're just going to see that, yeah, the Vraska's Contempt here.
Takes out the Angel.
Yep.
Tidies up the board nicely.
Anthony going up to 21. Seems more of a gain life deck than a Golgari deck. Okay, and then we see the history of Benalia.
Capitalizing on that quite nicely as Shareef.
Okay, so we may see a finality wiping Shareef's board and making the Wild Growth Walker into a 5/7, I believe.
I believe so.
So I think that's the best play he has here, as it's going to be it's going to be a 3/1, 3/2. So yeah, he's going to cast Find Finality. Well, he's going to cast the Finality side of that, put on the counters, kill everything else, and then I think we're going to see an attack for 1.
Should do.
Yeah, we'll see an attack for 1 here. Yeah.
Seems like Shareef is battling a little with his lands
Shareef's
here.
Stuck on a couple lands, and he's not going to get the full effect of the History of Benalia. Okay, but 2 History of Benalias is very good.
Always
that
good.
That changes things up a lot for him.
That does change things up quite significantly.
Okay, so Anthony seems to be firing on all cylinders, hitting his land drops and having access to removal on every turn. So Anthony's choosing to get aggressive here and attack Shareef with his attack Shareef with the Wild Growth Walker, even though he's going to be taking a lot of damage from the final chapter of History of Benalia here. So I think, yeah, because they also get Vigilance, so I think we're going to see an... Ooh, okay, so there's going to be a cast down on a knight, and then are we going to see a Vraska's Contempt on a knight as well?
I don't think he drew it.
No, he definitely has another one. Yeah, and we're going to see another Vraska's Contempt.
And the Vraska's Contempt. Definitely the life gain strategy here from Anthony.
Yeah, and then we're going to see a second main knight. Yeah, Knight of Grace.
Knight of Grace.
So Anthony firmly ahead here, but the Knight of Grace is something that Anthony is unlikely to kill, as it has protection from black. So Anthony's going to attack in. Shareef's going to trump with the knight, as he recognizes that the History of Benalia doesn't have much value now. Oh, maybe it did, because both of the creatures were knights. So we're going to see the crack of the History of Benalia, pumping up the knight, and we're going to see an attack for 4. I think it's 4. Yeah, because Anthony does not control any white permanents. So Anthony going down to 19. And another Pyromancer shooting Anthony to 17. Of
course, that is still rather a large walker that Shareef has to deal with.
I think...
And there's a roadblocker, the Pyromancer being thrown under the bus.
So we're going to see a Doom Whisperer here.
Always nice.
Okay, that is very good. Because now Anthony has two attackers that are out of the way of most burn spells that Shareef could have here. So the only things that would kill it necessarily are Conclave Tribunal. So Anthony's gonna, I assume, okay, this is still end step, so he's gonna Surveil 2 at the end of his end step. Making the wild grow, oh no, yeah. So Surveil and Explore seem like similar mechanics, but they do not help with the Wild Growth Walker. So we're gonna see Anthony Hodgson gain 3 life again, go up to 20. And I think we're going to see attack with both. Okay, so we're going to see a Vraska's Contempt again.
On the Angel.
Clearing the field. We're going to see a chump block from Anthony putting
Shareef
down to 9.
Yeah, throwing more of his bits under the bus.
And we're going to see the end of this game. So 1-0 to Anthony with a pretty...
runaway game. Definitely, I think Shareef was battling a little on his land drops there. So, and Anthony had, what, 8 at the end of the game?
Yeah.
Shareef only had 4?
So I think Shareef got stuck a little on mana, and I don't think he had the right tools to fight what Anthony was dealing with. He didn't have any spells that could deal with something with greater than 4 toughness. He had no Conclave Tribunals or Excellence.
And the landstall didn't help either, because obviously you can't play 2 spells to deal with it either, so he can't capitalize on that. And all his blockers were a little too small, in spite of the first strike damage. Didn't really help.
So we're going to have a look at their sideboards. Unfortunately, we do have a technical difficulty, so we will not be able to show you what are in their sideboards. But for Anthony, he's going to want to bring in Thrashing Brontodon, as it's a good way. It's one of the better blockers in Standard, and it can also unlock some of his other creatures from Conclave Tribunals or Excellence Bindings, and maybe can blow up a potential Experimental Frenzy. And I think he's going to want to bring in his one of Moment of Craving as an additional way to kill a threat in the early turns. He may even board in the Deathwatch Scavenger as a way to gain some life, but I think from him we're only going to see the Thrashing Brontodons and the Moment of Craving.
Also, his life game package seemed to be pretty solid from game 1
anyway. From what I spoke to Anthony, he's of the idea mulligan to Wild Growth Walker and just hope that beats the aggro deck for you.
No.
From Shareef's point of view, he's going to want to stop some of these Explore triggers and maybe deal with some of these bigger creatures.
Yeah. So the bindings are coming in, correct?
I would assume the bindings are coming in. I would also assume the Ajani's are coming in, as Anthony does pack quite a removal, and you do want some value engine and a way of making your creatures bigger. But the card I want to highlight the most is the Tercatli Honor Guard, which does stop all the explore creatures in Anthony's decks and is vital if he wants to stunt the
growth of the walkers.
Yeah, stunt the growth of the walkers and other such creatures in this matchup. So I don't expect too much sideboarding, but I think Shareef wants to go a little bit bigger. The Pirate Monsters seemed a little underwhelming in this matchup, and it's also unsynergistic with the Tercatli Honor Guard, so I expect him to cut those. From Anthony, there's not too much going on, and we're just waiting on the players to represent.
Assassin's Trophy seems like a bit of a waste against your history because you've already capitalized on it once you've played it.
Yeah, he may think that some of his removal might be... All of his removal I've seen, though, has been solid, so I don't think he needs to put in cheaper removal.
I don't think so either.
So I'm going to switch to the hand cam to maybe get a look at the players' openers. So from Anthony, he actually kept in Vivian Reed. I guess that's also a good way of getting rid of the flyers that we saw in game 1, like the Shalai and the...
Looks like Anthony's deciding to actually mulligan here.
I don't think he wants to have the Vivian in his opening hand, and I think he didn't have much going on in the early turns.
No, I didn't see much.
But I think Shareef is quite happy with what he's got going on. Assuming because Shareef would be on the play and he would choose to mulligan or not first.
Obviously, with the red-white lists now that are being played in Standard, they really are very strong on the play.
Yeah, so we're going to see...
Let's hope it can get another peek at Shareef's hand.
So was that another mulligan from Anthony?
I actually missed it, to be honest.
I think so, because I believe Shareef did cut Anthony's deck, and Anthony might have just had a quick look at it, seen that it wasn't good enough, and chipped it back, hoping for a better 5.
We can check now on the draw.
Yeah, so I believe this may be a 5. Yeah, this is a 5-card hand from Anthony, and we see Wildgrowth Walker, 3 lands, Vivian. Okay, so he's going to put this on the bottom.
Yeah, on the bottom.
So this is what Anthony was hoping for from what I heard from him. So we're going to see
aggressive mulliganing, and
okay. So from Shareef, his hand seems quite slow as he's got... Okay, he does have the Tercatli Honor Guard though. So this is going to be very good against... This is going to be very good against the Wildgrowth Walker that Anthony does have. I think Anthony is going to hope to draw removals for what's coming. We're going to see a Lightning Strike on the Wildgrowth Walker, and then an attack for 1. This time Shareef with a much better start than previously. I think we may just see the Branch Walker as a 2-1 is so bad. I think we might just see a fine just getting back the Wildgrowth Walker. Oh no, okay, we'll just see the 2-1. And I think Shareef is running away with this game because he has back-to-back Rekindling Phoenixes and already has the Tercatli Honor Guard to stop the Explore triggers that are coming from Anthony's deck. And Anthony, again with another awkward draw as he draws another Explore creature which doesn't do anything here. And I think this might be a very quick one for us. So we're going to see the attack for 4.
Up in the sky.
And then another one. And yeah, Anthony's missing again. He's going to get attacked for 8 in the air. And then Shareef's going to deploy another creature. So we're going to see Anthony put down to 7. And then we're going to see an Angel in it. No, okay. So I think Shareef just doesn't want to... Okay. Yeah. So this game's over. Anthony, unfortunately, had to mulligan down to 5. And then the Tercatli Honor Guard made sure that he couldn't unmulligan with the use of the Explore creatures.
Yeah.
Because
a bit unfortunate.
If you notice there, he got to 3 mana. But if he had explored, he could have cleared the lands off of the top off the top of his deck, potentially getting to the later parts of the game.
Thinning the deck and possibly drawing into that removal
so
he needed
think
so desperately.
I think Anthony is looking to maybe sideboard again, and I think he is eyeing those Death Gorge Scavengers I did mention earlier.
That's for the life gain package.
He may also use this as a way to combat the Rekindling Phoenix.
Did I just see 2 Assassin's Trophies go into his hand?
I think he is on the idea that he just needs cheaper removal so he can stem the bleeding in the early game.
I suppose.
I'm not too sure of getting rid of the Moment of Craving, as that card is very good in this matchup.
No, it is still only 1 of your 60 that you're putting in mind. The stats on drawing it are quite low.
Yeah, but the upside of Moment of Craving is it both gains you life and stops the bleeding, but the issue with that is that it doesn't kill a Knight of Grace.
Yeah. Which doesn't seem to be the problem, actually. It seems to be that Anthony's going to have to find a plan for
the other issue with bringing in the Assassin's Trophy is that I think Shareef went bigger after board to meet the level threat of Anthony. So he's going to go a little bigger with the Johnnies and the Ixalan's bindings. So I think the Assassin's Trophy is just going to
help Shareef out if he uses it on.
I think I would have liked to see the Death Gorge Scavengers, as it provides another way to kill the Rekindling Phoenixes, as you can exile the Rekindling Phoenix after killing it to
stop the trigger.
Yeah, to stop the trigger from it coming back.
Yeah.
So hopefully we're going to see 7 from each players. So I think Shareef took a mulligan here, as he is already shuffling, and I believe they cut. And I think
can't see the land ratio in Anthony's hands, but he's gotten his one land hand.
Okay.
Not
both
good.
Deciding to mulligan anyway.
Anthony, I think, opting for in spite of having an Assassin's Trophy in hand, rather gambling on getting more lands in hand than the 1 he had.
Yeah. It's a little strange here, as I don't know. It seemed like his hand was okay and he was thinking about it, so he may have thought that it was a little too slow or was just lacking a little something, maybe top end. He could maybe just kill everything but not be able to close out the game.
He is also on the play mind, so he doesn't get to draw off the top of his deck, so it does
Yeah, what I found interesting was because normally when you're going on the play, you get to decide whether you mulligan off first or not. So Shareef's hand must have been terrible, and then Anthony, only because Shareef mulligan decided
to mulligan instead. Yeah,
he thought his hand might be okay, but if Shareef would mulligan, he would say, okay, I'll mulligan too.
Is that a 1-lander again from Anthony?
Yeah, looks like it. I think it may have been a 2-lander with an Overgrown Tomb or something like that, but I don't think it was good enough.
I only saw the Swamp, unfortunately.
Anthony's deck not treating him too great except for the first game. I think the thing is, what he wants is the Wild Growth Walker plus Explode creatures, but if Shareef starts out with a turn 2 Tocatli Honor Guard, I don't know if that's going to be the best idea for him.
I think that was maybe why Anthony put in those Assassin's Trophies.
Okay, so we're going to see a 5-card, no lands, so Anthony
a 4.
Yeah, Anthony down to 4. So I think what he's hoping for is 2 lands, Wild Growth Walker, and Merfolk Branch Hawker or Seeker Squire. I did see in Anthony's sideboard that he actually sideboarded out Seeker Squire instead of Merfolk Branch Walker, and I would rather bring in the Seeker Squire, as it has a better body at blocking some of the creatures in Shareef's deck.
You want to get some of those speedy.
Okay, so we're gonna see the Malta 4, and it has land, double find. Oof. Yeah, that's gonna go to the bottom.
That's gonna go. Ooh.
Okay, so this could be a quick one.
Oh no, both playing slow lands game. Opening.
Okay,
opening
but
lands.
Anthony did draw a land, so he can deploy this Merfolk Branch Walker, hoping to get a land off of this. Okay, Land or Elf's not the worst draw. No. I think he may be thinking, like, if this isn't a land, then if what I hit isn't a land, can I still win this game? You're saying if I play this Llanowar and it just dies, what happens? Yeah, so I think Anthony may also just want to be aggressive as his hand is not lining up too great. So we're going to see the Honor Guard.
Yeah, the early Explore, of course, now means that...
Okay, this is actually, I think, okay for Anthony, as he drew... Oh no, he drew a Jadelight Ranger. I thought he had drawn a Wild Growth Walker. So we're going to see the History of Benalia, making a knight, and yeah, and an attack for 1.
Yeah, and there we have the second Jadelight Ranger. And that history ticks up to episode 2.
Yeah. So I think we're going to see maybe 2 double 1-drop. No, we're going to see Aurelia here. Okay, so Aurelia is going to give, I think, the Tecadli Honor Guard +2/+0 and Vigilance. No, he's going to give one of the knights. So he's going to attack with his 4/2. I think that, yeah, Anthony's going to trade off with
the unboosted Jadelight Ranger.
And then I think if Anthony doesn't draw a land here, he's going to cast Find on both of these 2-drops.
Wouldn't surprise me.
But he did draw a Llanowar Elves, I believe. So I think he's trying to figure out if he wants to play the Llanowar. I think you play the Llanowar Elves here, because if it doesn't die, you can... Okay, no, he's going to go for the Find. He's going to rebuy both his guys. I'm not sure if he has to discard. I do believe he has to... Okay, no. Even him buying back all of these creatures and being mana screwed, he still has quite a little bit of resources to work with here. So we're going to see
a big swing here from
We're going
Shareef.
to see
Shareef with all 3, because that history is just ended.
So I think we're going to see a attack with everything, and okay, so yeah,
Anthony opts to take it all.
I think he's going to block the knight. Yeah,
there you go.
And yeah, the knight.
Yeah,
so we're going to see an attack for 4 here, putting Anthony to 15. And then we're going to see a Danto Vanguard and another Tecadli Honor Guard. Oh no, double
a Danto Vanguards.
Okay, so this is looking dire for Anthony. So I think his play here is to go
Llanowar Elf again?
Yeah, Llanowar Elf.
But it's going to be a
plus
roadblock.
Merfolk Branchwalk or something like that.
Oh, okay, slow land.
Yeah, double Llanowar Elf. Okay.
Does he throw these under the bus? Or does he bank on drawing that Vraska's command and actually...
Vraska's Contempt? I don't think so. I think depending on how... He may try and go for the line of casting Find Finality. So he might cast the Finality side to get rid of everything except for the Aurelia here.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to lose his Llanowar Elf.
He will lose his Llanowar Elves, but he'll still be on... Okay, so he's not going for that line, hoping to top deck the land to get rid of everything here.
Okay.
So we're going to see the chump block, and then he's going to be taking 3, 7, 10. So
big swing here from Shareef.
I don't know if there's a draw in Anthony's deck that gets him out of this. Okay, so he drew Vraska's Contempt. So he's going to kill the... Oh, okay, yeah. Just getting the
last say.
Yeah.
I go down this way.
So Shareef taking this game 2-1 after a couple unfortunate mulligans from Anthony, the player on our right, and that does it for round 1 of the LS Series Invitational Finals. We'll see you back for round 2.